Narmada is a short story written by Jitendra Singh an Indian author known for his works that often explore the emotional and social complexities of human relationships. The story Narmada delves into themes of personal identity, inner conflict, and the connection between human beings and nature. The central figure in the story, Narmada, symbolizes purity, life, and the power of nature, and her journey through the story reflects the emotional and psychological growth of a person. Here's a brief explanation and analysis of the story. Summary of the story, Narmada. The story is named after its protagonist, Narmada who is a young woman from a rural background. Narmada's character is symbolic of the river Narmada, which is a major river in India, revered for its purity and life-giving properties. The river is often seen as a source of strength, and Narmada, the character, embodies these qualities in her own life. Narmada is depicted as a woman who has undergone a great deal of emotional turmoil and personal struggles. She faces a conflict between her traditional upbringing and her desires for independence and modernity. Narmada is caught in the tension between the expectations of her family and society and her own aspirations for a better life. The story takes the reader through her journey of self-discovery, where she begins to question her role in the family and the limitations placed upon her due to societal norms. She longs for freedom, a chance to live life on her own terms, and the opportunity to make decisions for herself. The central conflict of the story revolves around Narmada's quest for personal liberation and her struggle against the forces of tradition that seek to bind her. As the story progresses, Narmada's internal struggle becomes more intense. She faces pressure from her family and society to conform to their expectations, but she also experiences a deep yearning for something beyond the confines of her rural life. Ultimately, the river Narmada, which is both a literal and metaphorical presence in the story, serves as a guiding force for her transformation. The river represents the natural flow of life, unpredictable, powerful, and uncontainable. Just as the river cuts through mountains and valleys, Narmada's journey involves breaking free from the obstacles that society and tradition have placed in her path. Themes and analysis. 1. Self-discovery and liberation The central theme of the story is Narmada's journey of self-discovery and her fight for personal freedom. She seeks to break free from the traditional roles assigned to her and find her own identity. This theme resonates with the universal desire for personal agency and the ability to make choices independent of societal expectations. 2. Conflict between tradition and modernity Narmada's internal struggle reflects the broader societal conflict between traditional values and modern aspirations. She is caught between the expectations of her family, who want her to stay within the traditional roles of women, and her own desires for independence, education, and self-expression. 3. Nature as a metaphor The river Narmada plays a crucial symbolic role in the story. It represents the flow of life, the power of nature, and the resilience of the human spirit. Just as the river cannot be contained or controlled, Narmada's own desires and dreams are equally difficult to suppress. The river symbolizes purity, strength, and the unstoppable force of change. 4. Gender and societal expectations The story also addresses the challenges faced by women in traditional societies. Narmada, as a woman, faces societal pressures to conform to the roles set by her family and society. Her struggle is symbolic of the larger struggle for women's empowerment and independence in a patriarchal society. 5. Emotional conflict Narmada's emotional turmoil is a key aspect of the story. She feels torn between loyalty to her family and the desire to pursue her own dreams. This emotional conflict adds depth to her character and makes her journey relatable to anyone who has struggled with balancing personal desires with familial and societal obligations. Symbolism in the story The river Narmada The river is a powerful symbol of life, change, and liberation. It represents the flow of time, the uncontainable force of nature, and the journey of self-discovery. Just as the river carves its own path through the land, Narmada is carving her own path in life, struggling against societal norms to find her true self. The setting asterisk. The rural setting of the story highlights the contrast between tradition and modernity. The small, rural village where Narmada lives represents the conservative, traditional world that she feels trapped in, while the river and the possibility of a larger world outside the village represent the freedom and possibilities that await her. Conclusion asterisk. Narmada is a poignant story of personal transformation and the quest for freedom. It explores the emotional and psychological struggles of a young woman who yearns for self-expression and independence, but is held back by societal and familial expectations. The river, as a symbol of nature's power, becomes a guiding force for Narmada's journey of self-discovery. Through her struggles, the story highlights the universal conflict between tradition and modernity, and the challenges that individuals, particularly women, face when trying to assert their own identity in the face of societal pressures. Moral of the story asterisk. The story teaches the importance of self-discovery, the courage to follow one's own path, and the need to break free from the constraints imposed by society. It suggests that, just like the river, individuals must be true to themselves and move forward despite the obstacles in their way.